Hello, YouTube. Hello. I hope everyone is having a great morning. I want to give all honors to my Father in heaven for making so many things possible in my life, allowing me to overcome so many battles mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. It is really an amazing feeling when you can just pray to the Father in heaven and He really answers your prayers. And what I mean by He really answered them, because He knows really sincerely in your heart your prayers to Him is authentic. I always knew that this world was something totally different, meaning, let me see how I can word that. All my life I knew there was something higher than earth. Let me put it that way. I knew that there was something way higher than earth and other planets. Because first of all, this earth is so big. It's more water than land on earth. The earth is covered with more water than it is land. The earth is covered more with water than people. And it's spots and areas in this world that people just cannot reach. So I used to always sit and think, like, who is really over? Who is truly over all of this? I hear people talk about God. I hear people talk about the great I am. I'm learning a whole lot more than what I knew about when I was a child. I didn't know nothing about God as a child. I wasn't taught anything about the Father in heaven as a child. And I can really talk about that because that was really the reason why I was so ignorant. And I'm saying ignorant because I was ignorant. When you don't know something, your lack of knowledge of something, that means you're ignorant to it. Not meaning that in a bad way, but you just don't have the the knowledge of it. So you don't understand it. You can't comprehend. Excuse me. And I wasn't taught to read the word. I wasn't taught much of nothing. Real honesty. But as I was growing, I was learning as I was growing. Like I said, I never had a childhood. I never had a childhood in no type of way. I didn't have time to play with toys and go out there and ride your bike and laugh and be happy and be a child. I never had that. I never had that experience of being a child. Now what I know now versus as a child, it's cool because I'm thankful the demon that was attached to my mother, or those demons that were attached to my mother, in a sense, she didn't do Christmas, she didn't do Easter, she didn't celebrate no holidays. We didn't get that type of luxury. But now that what I know now, I applaud her for that. Even though what she did to us was not acceptable, but I will honor her in that way, not knowing that she don't know that what she did was really a great thing. But in an evil way she did it. It was an evil way she did it. But now that I know that Easter don't mean nothing to Christ or the Father in heaven, Christmas ain't nothing to the Father in heaven, holidays ain't nothing but celebrations of Satan kingdom. You get what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm just like, I thank her for that. I'm honored, that she didn't do it, but the thing she did was because she didn't have the compassion and the empathy and the love instilled in her. So she didn't give us none of that. We didn't have a mother we can go and talk to and cry on her shoulder, or sit around and, talk to her. And I used to always say, literally, when she'd be talking and she would ask questions, and when people come around, they'd be like, what year you graduated school, or what kind of job you got, or what's your favorite color, or what kind of food you like, or questions like that. And I will always wonder, when people ask me that, when I was around her, she would just, when I get ready to answer it, before I answer, she'd be like, that's how she would look at me, like, and I'd be like, she don't know nothing about us. Like, she don't know what we like, what we don't like, what's our favorite foods, what our grades was in school. She was never there. We lived on everybody but her. And when she did allow us to live on her, she wasn't available spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. She wasn't available. She wasn't available in none of those areas. So when she would just look at me, I'd be like, wow, you just don't know us. And I was always that one that tried to create a relationship with her. All those many years after I got of age and could get my own car, and now, and what I'm saying, I mean by the Father gave me the ability within to do things, to have things, so I could have them in my usage for my kids. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying mine, but what I mean by mine, I mean by the Father gave me the ability. And sorry how I'm talking, but I just have to throw that in there. So whenever you hear me say mine, I'm meaning the Father gives me that ability to get things in life so I could be equipped to the things I need to get done, period. So when I was getting of age, around about 19, I want to say 19, because I met my first husband, which he passed away, which was my kid's father. I met him at 15. And he was showing me a lot of things in this world, how to get this and how to get that. And he was basically like a father, because I didn't have a father at all. So I don't even know how it feels to even have a father in my life. Really, I don't know how I feel to have neither parent. But my mother was present, but she wasn't present with compassion, love, empathy, understanding, teaching, training. She wasn't available. She was actually living, but was dead inside to all things. You get what I'm saying? She didn't even know how to raise kids. So I didn't even have a dad. I never met him. I met him one time. Let me take that back. At 12 years old, and he was living on an area in my city called Wells Street, and I think I was 12. And I went up there to his house, and he was up there, and that's all I could remember. And that was the first and only time I ever seen the man. And he was upstairs, and I was like, I heard you, my dad. And he was like, yeah. And he was in the room with a woman in this house, because if you open this door, you can see up the stairs, and this bedroom was like facing the upstairs. And I'm picturing it in my mind right now, visioning it. So after that, I was like, I never bothered him again, never laid eyes on him ever again. So, the Father had his hands on me the whole entire time I was in this world. In 800 feet, alone, will be on the right. Suffering, crying, trying to understand life. It don't hurt for me to talk about it. I love to talk about it, because in reality, I can't give nobody honor but the Father in heaven. I can't give nobody else honor for my life. You know what I'm saying? Because the Father was the only one that took care of me spiritually in my life. You know, and it is so... Your destination is on the right. It's so amazing that even when humans used to try to help me, they couldn't literally really help me either, because it was me actually around them helping them, because they needed something in life that they were missing. And I'm thinking that, you know, doing things for people or people helping me with something, you know, was out of their goodness of their hearts. But literally it was not. I'm thinking, I don't know where I'm going. Oh, okay, I'm going the wrong way. Literally it was not. It was because they couldn't understand me, and they didn't understand who I was and how I could be so strong in a lot of things. I done been through a lot of stuff in my lifetime. Excuse me, y'all, because I am I'm trying to back up, and I don't want to hit nobody's trucks. I'm making a delivery on this beautiful Sunday. And people didn't never understand why I went through so many things in life. I'll make sure they ain't got no dogs. I don't play with dogs. Give me 1 second. Sorry, but all my life, all I did was start over, 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 start over. All my life, that's all I ever did was just start over, start over, start over, start over. You know, and that's how real life can get. You know, and I can say so much, and I can say a lot of things, but the best thing of all, I give all my honor to the Father in heaven. I've been homeless so many times. I done start over so many times. When I hear people talk about narcissistic people and how traumatizing they were, and how, you know, they've been stung 1 or 2 times by them. I've been stung my whole life by Satan. Satan stung me my whole life through people that worked for him, and I never backed down. I put up a fight. I always have, because I came up tough and rough and hard, and not ashamed to talk about it. But look at me now. It don't hurt. I jump out on faith real fast. If you tell me I don't want this, and you show me who you are, I know how to jump out on faith real fast. I'll leave everything, this world, the stuff in this world, or the materialistic things, the cars, the businesses, the clothes, the food, the materialistic cars, whatever that this world is so hooked up on or so addicted to. I'm not addicted to it, and never will be. But I just wanted to put that out there real quick. I'll come back up with a couple more videos and finish off part 1, 2, and 3. But right now, I'm going to leave it as that. Do not let the things of this world pull you in where you forget your own soul. Your soul is hungry. Feed it truth and the word of our Father. And you best believe he'll show up in your life real fast. Faster than you would even expect it. Don't be angry with nobody. And please forgive. I don't care how bad they hurt you. Forgive those people. Because really they know not what they do. Because when you're blinded in darkness, you can't see the light. When it's dark in a room and you don't have no light in the room, you can't see your way. Until light come in the room, then you can see your surroundings. Just understand, a lot of people are still in darkness and they don't understand what they're doing. Believe me now. I used to be in darkness before myself. That's why I'm now, when I was coming out of darkness into the light, when I was shedding to come and speak to other people, women and children. Men, you got to go to the Father on your own, because you're supposed to be the head. You got to get right with the Father so you can be strong enough for your household, because you got to do that. But for women and children, I done been through it. That's why I would do all I can to help women get strong and get away from this foolishness. You're not just a piece of meat, or you're not just a sex tool. You are a precious gem, a priceless gem. Know your worth and your value. And your worth and your value is priceless. It's nothing in this world can compete against you. But you got to get to that point. But blessings to you all.